Power. Big, big king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. Okay, kings and queens. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Bam, 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 bam. Hit that thumbs up. Okay, right here on King Job Power. Make sure you subscribe. Go over there to the throne and subscribe. Okay, make sure you hit the notification bells so you can get this video. Okay, so you can get all the videos. Here they come. So let me tell y'all something. See, I understand world politics. And I understand that black people was trapped in the game that they done created. Okay? And they done mastered this game for over 500 years. Okay? Because regardless of where you at in the world, you see, when you see like right here, Biden and Putin. See, this is world politics. And Biden represent America. Okay? Now I got some slides in this video right here that we gonna have to go over, which is the meat of this conversation right here. Okay, which is the meat of this video. And so you see Biden playing checkers, Putin playing chess. See what I'm saying? And black people is the pawns on the board. Period. He can move you around wherever he want to, with your mind politically, where we going into the future. And this is what I be saying, you illiterate of politics is like, monopoly. And they having the game invented the game. You see what I'm saying? Invented the game. No, they didn't invent democracy, which is, the politicians do what the people want to do. Okay? We invented that. That come from ancient Egypt. But, though what they claim is democracy, they going to do what they going to do anyway. But in world politics, even in local politics, when you talk about America, okay, the point is to keep Europeans on top, okay? And that's it. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's Biden, in America going against Trump, whether it's like right here, Biden and Putin going against one another. Now that's Biden and Putin, that's a little different, but it's still the same. It's Europeans arguing over who gonna rule the world and take humanity into the future. You see what I'm saying? Even when you look at the 007 movies or whatever, America and Germany battling who gonna get to the moon first, and this, that, and the third, and then they beefing with the USSR. And then after the war, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit, they switched down like Russia and America cool, and then they don't like Germany, and this, that, and the third. See, that's Europeans just arguing over world power, which both of them, whether it's Biden and Putin or whatever Europeans, is always, who is going to rule this time. See, the United States got it right now. See what I'm saying? Even though you see the Chinese trying to throw their bid in. See what I'm saying? And they measure who going to rule the world on who got the biggest military. I'm telling you. And so, we as black people, naive to this game, we just now getting the instructions and the rules to the game. After 500 years, that's why I say, I don't even like dealing with politics, but I see y'all still like dealing with politics or whatever. And so I want to show y'all. So I say, look, I'm going to do the research right quick. And I'm like, yo, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. And so the natural question became, when did black people started or switch to being Democrats? So let me pull up this slide right quick. Y'all like this video right quick. See what I'm saying? Don't be pawns in these people game. See, they just tootling you around. So I looked up, I said, so Abraham Lincoln, in the Emancipation Proclamation on January the 1st, 1863, as the nation approached its third bloody civil war. The proclamation declaration that all persons held as slaves with the rebellious states are now henceforward shall be free. Okay? And so I'm like, hold on, man. Because if Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, why ain't y'all voting Republican? Okay? Because, which I'm going to show, it's only been, a few times that they done gave black people something to sink their teeth in. And on both times, it was the Republicans that done it. Okay? And I noticed that FBA, you see what I'm saying? We know black Americans in America, majority of these people is Democrats. I had to say most of my family, I said, when y'all watching these preliminaries or any of these things, make sure you listen to what they talking about. If you feel like that they not, got something for you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about something serious. For you, you just keep your vote in your pocket. And they, to this day, they thank me for that because they didn't, go up there and waste their time and go vote. Okay? See, that's that. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That's just to try to pull you in. See what I'm saying? That's setting the trap and shit. See what I'm saying? That's setting the trap. And so they'll say anything to get your vote, but then when they gotta get in there, they, you null and void. They don't even, look our way again. And I'm gonna show you why. See, you voting, with the wrong party. Even though both parties, Democrats and Republicans, even in Jamaica, JLP and PNP, the same thing. Okay, it's all to keep whites on top and blacks on the bottom. Period. See what I'm saying? And they done put in a system. You see what I'm saying? That around the world of white supremacy. Period. See? And so let me pull this slide up. So in 1863, after the third Civil War in America, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, which I'm gonna talk about. Before I get to this part now, Abraham Lincoln sitting in the theater, okay, and a man so-called named John Wilkes Booth came and shot him. Now you'll say, like, well, hold up, ain't most of the KKK type people Republicans? Right? See, we somewhere now. Because this is why he was killed. Lincoln. Because once he freed the slaves, okay, it was going to take money out those slave owners' hands. Matter of fact, they had to pay them, the United States had to pay those slave owners, okay, in the South reparations, okay, for the loss of property. But look at this right here. And this right here was talking about when black people became Democrats, okay, and left the Republican Party. For that, we turned on the data, complied by Joint Center of Politics and Economic Studies. The Joint Center pulled the data from the independent research of Gallup polling, exited our own surveys to put together a look partisan makeup of black voters since the administration of Franklin Roosevelt. That the data in 1936 and not say with what emancipation of the slaves after the Civil War, thanks largely to the Republican president. Is it because the ability of black votes was regularly restricted and uneven? In the decade before 1948, black Americans identified as Democrats about as often as they did Republicans. So it was half and half, okay? In 1948, the Real Clear Politics, Jay Cost wrote, a few years ago, Democrat Harry Truman made an explicit appeal to the new civil rights measures from Congress, including a voters protection, and a federal ban on lynching. and the bolstering of existing civil rights laws that year. The number of blacks identified as Democrats increased. Okay, so in 1948, Harry Truman, put in that law where anti, hanging and what is that? The voters protection rights, okay? And then just for that, black people switched from Republicans to Democrats. Now let me keep going. I got another slide. But see, FBA, and this how you could tell they're a minority group, okay? Not the majority, because the black majority vote Democrat, which, I don't believe in now one. But I'm just saying they vote Democrat. Tariq and them try to talk like they against the Democrats. Tariq try to talk like he against the Democrats, but use Democratic talking points. Okay? Just like if you against the Democrats, what is you organizing a march and a rally for? Okay? See? That's a Democratic move. Now look, how blacks became blue. 1936, the African American voted shift from the party of Lincoln to the New Deal coalition. Okay? Hold on. You make me smaller. Okay? Despite the vast research done on African American influence in the Democratic Party, comparably a little has been done on what led them to become part of the Democratic Party in the first place. This study offers an overview of a rich political history of African American experience from the 15th Amendment of ratification in 1870 to 1936, the presidential election. My research will reveal the Republican Party Depression era, which is the 1920s, okay, Marcus Garvey time, okay, desperation and Roosevelt charismatic message of relief and hope played on a viral role to the historical shift of the African American voting bloc from Republican to Democrat. So black people be trying to make it seem like, oh, the Republic is this, the Republic is that. But do you know in one part that black people, in the 1920s and 30s, they was Republican, okay? Because, they remember that Abraham Lincoln so-called freed the slaves, okay? And so today, if you look, that's why I say, they'll give you a little trinket here and a little trinket there. You see what I'm saying? But playing that, look how long black people been voting for Democrats. Look, since 1870. Since 1870. And so, if you look back here, since 1863 to 1920s, to the 1920s and 30s, which is about 100 years, black people was more, in line with the Democrat. Even though they couldn't vote, they was considered slaves, they were just considered property. But the overwhelming sense and, in political circles, in the black political circles, was Republican. Okay? See, because of what Abraham Lincoln done. So what made them shift? They saying what Harry Truman did with the anti-lynching and the voting rights protection. Okay? And so that was just interesting. I thought I would share with y'all. But the political game, man, like I said, it's like, playing you on Jeopardy and shit, and somebody right beside you got the damn cheat sheet right there. He know the question before he gonna answer it because he already got the answer written down on the paper. And black people looking at the damn paper and ain't got no words or nothing. This is how it was. And we trying to figure it out. Now that we got the World Wide Web, we can go in here and do the research. So there's never been a point in time that our people has been this politically inclined. All because of technology. And so, just like I told my family, if they ain't saying what you want to hear, keep your vote in your back pocket. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't just go up there and vote for no reason or whatever. Okay? And so, why y'all not, they so scared of the Republican Party, I bet you, since Biden, I bet you it's going to be more black Republicans out here. And I was wondering, I was like, well, damn, I wonder is that why Jay-Z and Nas had came out with that song a long time ago, Black Republicans. Because they had got a lot of flack from that song because, you know, black people in America, still to this day, is mostly Democrats. Okay? How black became blue. Okay? And they caught a lot of flack for that song. I'm going to go ahead and listen to that song. But I wonder if that had some influence on the way that they was thinking, see? And now, in hindsight, Lil Wayne, who we was going at everybody. What the little nappy head girl name? I can't think of her name. They all was Trump supporters. Even y'all remember Big Face? He was a Trump supporter. We was going at them every other video. Okay. But now you see, you know, you done picked the worst of two damn evils. And look at Trump. I mean, look at Biden sitting there. He playing, you know, check or sleep. See what I'm saying? Eyes closed. And look how Putin looking at his ass. See, Putin I'm planning on controlling the planet. And see, unless, you know, you get one of them Republicans that's his friend, okay, and they'll sit there and play chess and shit together and be about to blow each other up. I'm just telling you, this is how it works. You see what I'm saying? But maybe when they leave that table, they can come to some kind of compromise. But black people ain't even at the table. A march ain't gonna do it, or none of that. See, we just at the baby stages of politics. That's just real. That just real. That's why, you know, you either start your political party or become nonpartisan and shit. And just like let the white people duke it out. Because most of the time on political issues, Democrats and Republicans, it be 50-50. And then black people come in, okay, and 90% of the time be the sway and vote. Okay, the sway and vote. Because all them other people be done, the Mexicans and shit, they be done already chose they side. And then black people be last ones and shit at the poll. Wait till the last minute. Y'all know how black people do. And then that be the one to sway the vote, okay? And so in America, whoever mostly get that, you know, that end black, the you know, a couple million black votes at the end be the one that usually sway. That's why I've been being more Democratic presidents, you know, in the last decade than Republicans and shit. But I believe in the coming future that's gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all go out there and jump on the Democratic Party and y'all sitting up there listening to Tariq, and Tariq saying Democratic points, saying the same shit to Democrats, making the same move the Democrats move, even though he acting like he ain't no Democrat. All right, family, but listen, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Think about that. Drop out. Beat, king, get free or die. If he is dead to wear the crown. I'll be right back.